This hand's not terrible, so I think I'm going to keep it. Tap land into a untap land to play Thassa's Oracle on turn 2. From there, hopefully find ourselves a Risen Reef. Thassa's not a bad draw. So play Watery Grave, Face Life, down our Oracle. Look at the top 2. We'll take our Goose. Other one's in the bottom. On some type of ramp deck. Play a tap land, get to scry. Druid, I don't think we need, so we'll put to the bottom. Play out our Goose. Down, make some food. We'll swing in for 1. Put it down to 17. Plays it on tap land. Get to Paradise, gains back some life. Plays a Fibblethip, gains a card. We draw a land. So I think we're gonna play a land, play out our Yarok. Auto pay. Get in for 1. Blocks from the opponents. Opponent's at 17. Opponent thinking over their options. It's the Font of Agonies, eh? That's one you don't see. Wow. Okay. Enigmatic Incarnation. Anyway, to sack Font. Okay. Sack their, It's an Uro, very powerful card nonetheless. There's a trigger, draw a card, sacrifice. So we can play our tab land, play our Thassa. Go to combat. Swing in for 4. Opponent's gonna block. Fibblethip. We will bounce our Thassa's Oracle. See if we can find a relevant card. Ooh, Agent is good. We're a couple lands off, so I think we actually want Risen Reef for now. No, Risen Reef's still the card. This guy gonna kill the creatures. Sure. He's gonna give up on the font, presumably. Or it doesn't give up on anything. We'll play our Risen Reef. The top card. The Druid. Play out the Druid. Get a trigger. Find an Uro. Play a land. Pass the turn. Bounce our Risen Reef. Back. It's a top card. It's a land, so put it in the battlefield tapped. Up to 7 lands. Same hero. So draw a card. Gain some life. So it puts a land in play back out to 20. Our font is going up. Plays another font. Can sack a card if they want. They do not want to. Lay out an Uro. We find another druid. We'll play a druid. Druid finds us a cavalier. Cast another Uro. Here comes down. Blood which is pretty good. Swinging for one. Then bounce our Risen Reef. See what we get. Find another druid, sure. When it plays land, loses some life. It's going to trigger response. Cast a Bolus to Citadel. Plays out an Omen. Triggers both the response. One's going to scry and draw. Plays a Wolf Willow Hall. More counters on their font. Plays another font. Counters. Passes the turn. Gonna look for a 3-drop. Uro. Sacrifices. Land. We find a Yarok. Yarok's pretty good, so we'll play out Yarok. Gonna double trigger Risen Reef. Put the land onto the battlefield. Land to the bottom. Land to the bottom. Risen Reef triggers. Hits another Risen Reef. Well, that's pretty good. Play out a Risen Reef. Trigger Risen Reef 4 times. Thassa. Another Risen Reef. And a land. Have it enter tapped. And a Gilded Goose. Okay. Lay out a Risen Reef. It's going to trigger 6 times. Find a Blood for Bones. Find a tap land. Get to scry twice. Another Risen Reef is fine. Draw that. Find a land. Have it enter tapped. Find an Uro. Sure. And another Cavalier. Swinging for 7. And it drops to 6. Get to bounce something. I'll bounce a Risen Reef. Can trigger Risen Reef 6 times. Find a land. Another land. Tapped. A Murderous Rider. Another Thassa. Gilded Goose. And Scholar of the Ages. We have to discard 7 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Skirt a full grip of full grip of cards. Opponent plays a gift of paradise. Drops it to 3. Goes back up to 6. To 4. 33 cards left in deck. Another hollow. Keeping the combo going. Opponent gonna be able to wipe our board with all these fonts now. Just about. Way to go, opponent. Opponent finds their own Thassa. We'll play a land, crack it. Find an island. Crack our Fabled Passage. Get his swamp. What's in my graveyard now? Got a Yarok. Many Uros. So I think I'm gonna play out a Cavalier. See what I hit. It comes down, looks at the top cards. Overgrown Tomb. Put it out. Cast a Blood for Bones. Retapping. Or actually, let's cast a Gilded Goose first. Cast Gilded Goose. Tap this for mana. Tap this for mana. Cast a Blood for Bones. Sacking. Put our agent back on the battlefield. Take back Thassa's Oracle. Agent. I'll just take a land. Sure. I'll blow up the agent. Agent's gonna steal their land. Cast a Blood for Bones. Sack the other druid. Get back agent. Get a Risen Reef back to hand. Agent triggers. We'll take another one of their lands. Play out our Risen Reef. Find a land. We'll put it on the battlefield. Another land can probably go to the bottom. Pass the turn. Blink our agent. Take their overgrown tune. Hone it down to 4 lands. Opponent plays another enigmatic incarnation. Looks like they're going to pass the turn. They play a tap land. Pass the turn. Get a few triggers. Sack an incarnation. Go get a Gary. So then he gains some life. We're going to lose some life. Wow, that was a lot. It's actually 18 damage. Go to our turn. We get another agent. So we'll play an agent. We'll take their citadel. Cast our Pulse. Take back Yarok. Cast Yarok. 11 cards. 10 cards. We'll have that enter tapped. Play a land. And cast. Did I do this right? There's 8 cards. This will be 9. Yep. This will be the win. Cast our Passes Oracle, and that's the game. Sure, I'm not going to submit any. Game. Definitely pretty. Hand's not terrible, so I'm going to keep it. This deck is very demanding. Those new lands might be able to fix that. Ooh, is opponent mill? Ooh, they're mill. Opponent's not going to be happy in this matchup. We'll leave the land on top. Opponent's probably going to mill it anyway, so I'm not super worried about it. Secret Keeper. Get a land. Play a tap land. Play a goose, pass the turn. Get a food. Opponent thinking bouncing? I don't know. We have the Oracle in hand for later in the game. Opponent's going to unsummon their own creature, presumably to mill us for more. Opponent casts a Secret Keeper, there's a sub. Plays land, casts Secret Keeper, ops, tap. Play our Thassa. Auto pay. Bounce our Goose. Goose comes back, gives us some food. Plays a Callous Dismissal on the creature. Plays the Secret Keeper to mill us for some. That's the Secret Keeper again. It's such a Secret Keeper bounce, apparently. Your opponent, I'll help you out. I'll play on my Cavalier. Anything for you. Find a land, which will play taps. Just bounce the Cavalier. Give myself some more. I need another land. Opponent plays a Benefic Biomancer. Opponent's going to draw a card and discard a card. Sure. Cards a land for a Fairy Miscreant. We're going to crack our Passage. Find a land. We'll play our Uro. Dealing 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. See if we can draw land. Down to Yarok. Gonna make a food. Get in for 5. And it blocks with a 1/1. 1/1 down. We'll blink our Cavalier. Comes back, moves us for some more. Get a tap land. Another land. We'll leave it on top. It doesn't really matter. Opponent's oh, I guess I put it on the bottom. Doesn't really matter. Opponent's probably going to mill the top of our deck anyway. It's going to make our creatures smaller. They're going to surveil and land into the graveyard. Unknown on top. Draw a card, find a Risen Reef, which we'll cast. So lands, we'll put on the battlefield. 17 cards in deck. Cast out a Yarok, which actually is some, I guess. Actually, no, we get one deeper going this way. Actually get one deeper going this way. Find a Murderous Rider. Find another Uro. Go to combat. Swing in for 11. Opponent at 14. Bounce my Risen Reef. Land onto the outfield tapped. Land onto the outfield tapped. Scry twice. I'm just gonna leave it on top, whatever it is. Sure. We got a yard. We'll discard a Gilded Goose. Has it unsummoned for their Secret Keeper. Secret Keeper, gonna mill us for 4. Recast the Secret Keeper. Land. So we're down to 7 cards in our deck. So Leafkin Druid. Top 2. Land onto the battlefield. Other card to our hand. We'll play our Risen Reef. 4 triggers. Land onto the battlefield. Card to our hand. Card to our hand. Land to the battlefield. Play our Oracle, and that's the game. Opponent has no cards, there's no chance of a counter. That's the game. Hand's not terrible. Cavalier hopefully does something. We'll keep it. Play a land. Play a goose. Pass the turn. Opponent plays an incubation druid. Play a breeding pool. Take some damage. Play a Leafkin druid. Pass the turn. No attacks. That's gonna be pretty good next turn.
Come on, Momo. Time to have your day. Be your best self.
Yangu. Probably butchered that. Play out our Facet Deep Dwelling. Auto pay. Almost some type of +1/+1 counter deck. Play a tap land. Another goose. Probably don't need, so that can go to the bottom. We can blink something, so we'll blink our goose to get our food back. Goose comes down. Gives us a food. Up to 5 mana, which means we can play Cavalier next turn. If we don't lose anything. Plays a Nissa. Pretty good. Picks up, makes a 3/3, makes a land become 3/3. It's in for 3. Opponent has a ton of mana. Got some Gilded Gooses. Get a Thassa. Play at our Cavalier. Auto pay. Cavalier comes down. Mills some cards. Get another land. Play a tap land. Another Cavalier is probably not what we need. Blink our Cavalier. Still can't find the card that we need. We need our stupid Agent of Treachery. Hydra. Is it 12/12? Well, that's cute.
The land shall conquer you.
That's cool. That's pretty neat. Oh, no, no,
We'll do this together.
I'm just putting counters on everything. I need to find my, whatchamacallit. Oh, I can make a 6/6. Do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Turning the Scholar and the Risen Reef. Pick out some cards. Gain some life. Draw a card. Find a land. Play. Get to scry. Land to the bottom. Play a tap land. Ultimates at 8. Pass the turn. No attacks. Pass the turn. We'll blink our Cavalier. See what we can find. Another land, but still not the stuff we're looking for. Like I said, really looking for my Agent of Treachery here. I'm making a whole bunch of mana. Untapping.
Rise, my
Land.
elemental friend.
Let me considering their options. That's a whole bunch more mana. This might just be the raised Forerunners, eh? Okay. It's not good. I don't have any. Auto Tapper once again. Great. Oh, Auto Tapper. Oh, Auto Tapper. That's about it. It doesn't even have enough green. So we're gonna mulligan it. This hand is better, so we'll keep this. Probably blood for bones to the bottom. An aggro deck, eh? I don't think it matters if I get it out turn 1 or turn 2, so we'll play a tap land for now. That's not good. Fair enough. One drops. A card from our deck. You find an Agent of Treachery, which could be wrong, but I don't think they're casting. In for some damage. We find our other agent. Sure. We'll crack this. Get a tap land. Play out our Uro. Auto bang. Card. Some life. Play a land. We only need to find one more land next turn to get down our Yarok, which is one of our best cards in this match. Don't draw Yarok. Stuck playing Thassa and blinking our Gilded Goose, which is not where we want to be. Opponent's deep in the tank. Decides to get in. Enter Scholar, so that's 2 7-drops. That might just be game though. Not game, but it is very close. Not find a land, and that's the game. It's a rough one, to be sure. This hand's pretty good, we'll keep it. It is painful, but... Turn 1 Goose, turn 2 I can play a Hero. Land, pay some life, play an Uro, draw a card, gain some life. Land into play, scry. Oracle can go to the bottom, don't want to see that until the late game. This turn I'm probably going to play the Reef out. Go for the Reef. See, the opponent's got a counter. Opponent does. We will put it back on top. Pass the turn, no attacks. Opponent plays their own Risen Reef, find a land. Play our Risen Reef. Druid, no attacks. There's a second Risen Reef. Very bad for us. And it has the lands too. Might just mean that this game's going to the opponent. Play a Temple. Try 1. Another Risen Reef we'll leave on top. Play our Druid. Take the Reef. Play a Goose. Pass the turn. We'll spawn it as a counter. No counter. Food. Pass the turn. No attacks.
We are all connected.
This can tick up, untap something.
Behold,
Taps
nature's
forest.
true power.
Gets in for 3, no blocks. Takes a land, cracks it. Taps some mana. There's a Cavalier. A whole bunch of ridiculous stuff. Play a Yara. Put some triggers. We actually want that to go to our hand. Play a Watery Grave. Pay some life. Play a Risen Reef. Auto pay. 4 triggers. Really need to hit some lands. So we find 1 land. It's not a land. That's not a land. No attacks. Pass the turn. We get to draw a card, an extra land to play against it. So he plays a Cavalier. Get some Risen Reef triggers. Build some cards. Ooh. Get some more triggers.
The land fights
It's a
for
land.
us.
No blocks. Play our Cavalier. Get 4 Reef triggers. Okay, fair enough. 2 Reef triggers. And land. Uro. Another land. Access to 4 mana, so we can play a land. And scry one. Another land, probably not. Crack this. We need to get blue or green mana. Get green mana. Can cast out our blood turbo. Sacking one of the gooses. Get Yarok back to the battlefield. Pass in the hand. Get a whole bunch of elemental triggers. Land to the battlefield. Pass in the hand. Prison Reef to hand. And land to the battlefield. No attacks. Pass the turn. And discard a Thassa, an Uro, and a Goose.
About the lunar anomaly. I know I noted this somewhere.
Ether Gust. With whichever it looks like. Places. 2 cards. Places is equal as well.
the
land makes it a
elements.
3-3. Remove our Cavalier. Not gonna put it on top. Well, then swing him with the T. It's an Ether Gust for our Yarok also. It's a lot of Ether Gusts. So we're our opponent has another Ether Gust. I think that might do it though. Yeah, I don't have enough to block. You got it. Good job, opponent. Really need. Goose. Make a food. Swing for 1. Pass the turn. Play a land. Play a Thassa. 1. Pass the turn. Bounce our reef. Hit. Land. Tapped. Up to 5 mana. Plays a Shatter. Sure. Oh, good. Find a Yarok. Play a Yarok. Pass the turn. Growth Spiral, draws a card, puts land into play. Fairy.
Trust me. You'll thank me
Bounce
later.
with the fairy.
Don't make I'll protect you.
Draw a card. Land. Also play a land, crack it. Get a forest, because why not? Actually, it should go this way. Whatever. Kill the opponent's fairy. Down. Pass the turn. We'll just crack our food now. Go back up to 16. Conqueror's Death. Kiora? It's Kiora, right? Thassa. Thassa's for that. Cast out our Yarok. Goose. Pass the turn. Spiral. gain some life. Play a tap land. Blood for bones on top, sure. Pass the turn.
Stand by and watch.
Opponent takes up the fairy.
Let's try this.
Plays a dream trawler. Food. Dream trawler comes down. Go to our turn. Food to make some mana. Cast a blood for bones, sacking our goose. Get Risen Reef back to the battlefield, get Reef back to hand. Find an agent. Okay. Play our rider. Pass the turn. Back Uro. Card, land in play. It's more life. Oh, they're doing pretty big. Graveyard. Card. More. Put another land into play.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
Gets in for 7. We drop to 9. Plays land. Cracks the land. Another land. Cast out our agent. Take control of the Teferi. Down Teferi. Bounce the Uro.
Time for plan B, as soon as I think of one. Trust me, I have a plan.
Our card. Reveal the goose. Make a food. Get him for 3. We drop 33. We go back up to 11. Opponent draws a card, grows their dream trawler. Card, knife. That's a growth spiral, draws a card. Plays a land, gains some life. Another fairy.
I'm known for my excellent timing. No! I am not making this up as I go.
Draw a card. Probably gonna swing at our Teferi. Push is swinging at us. No fear, eh? Fair enough, opponent. We dropped to 3, opponent back up to 45. Plays another growth spiral. Probably should have done that for 4 damage, but maybe them. So they want to prolong everything. Yarok, eh? Don't think I can take a turn off. I would love to. Play a goose. Make a fish. Bounce our agent.
I won't let you
Draw a
win.
card.
I've got it.
Replay agent. Take their Teferi. Keep the new Teferi. Take up Teferi.
This might be a bad idea.
Swing him for 3. Put it down to 2. We're back up to 5.
You show remorse.
Like
I'll
every
show
single one
the
of the
strength.
Teferi.
Here we go.
That's the game. It's pretty good, so we'll keep it. I guess it doesn't have a reservation. Check that. Up against Adventures, looks like. Player Goose. Pass the turn. Could really use some black. Trying to lose some life. Tap land, pass the turn. Teamer Adventures, eh? That's pretty good. Bone Crusher draws a card. 10 for 1. Our Overgrown Tomb. Just kill the Innkeeper. Scrying. Innkeeper. Love Struck Beast. That's 4. Down to 10. Play a tap land. Play our Rider. That's turn. Another Innkeeper. That's the Love Struck Beast, drawing 2 cards. A lot of ones. 1, 2. The adventure side of Love Struck Beast. We'll take our beast down to 6. Play a land. Play a Leaf King Druid. Pass the turn. No attacks. One's gonna bounce our Rider. Okay. Go to attackers. Just those 2. Okay. We'll cast a Swoop. Kill the beast. Up to 4. Lock with our druid. Another turn. Plays another Love Struck Beast. Sure. Cards, Love Struck Beast is out. Blood for bones. That doesn't do anything. Play a land. Play our rider. Pass the turn. Plays land. Goes to attackers. Swings in with the crew. We block here. 1, 2. Go up to 10, so we can't block there. We can block here. Pass borrower. Sure. Cast our pulse. Take back a goose. It's just cheaper. Excess of food, etc., etc. Drop back to 2. Go back up to 4. Basically a fog. Really expensive fog. That gives effective. Oh. Don't know what I could draw here though. There's a pretty low light total. Land does not do it, I don't think. Play a land. And pass the turn. We're gonna die, so why not? Sure. Blood for bones. Sack our token. Or sack our goose. Get Druid back to the battlefield. Goose back to her hand. Cast our goose. Speed it up. Play tap land. Scry. Don't need another tap land, I don't think. Not yet, anyway. Opponent plays the tap land. Play a breeding pool. Play a Leafkin Druid. Pass the turn. Opponent plays the tap land. Play a tap land. Play our Uro. Card. Light. Opponent plays land. Don't ring.
You want hostile? Yeah, we won't answer other guilds.
Make some mana. We get another land. So we play a land. Play our Thassa. Pass the turn. I want to make it so that I at least get 2 hits off Risen Reef. This opponent has a burn spell or something.
I was raised by wolves.
Oh, it's gonna tick up.
So they might have also just been big dogs.
I don't have black mana opponent, so if you got something, you got something. Play a Risen Reef. Let's withdraw black mana here. Okay, fair enough. Doesn't matter. They're gonna get their trigger, whatever they're doing. I can't do anything about it. Play Leafkin Druid. Get a black mana. This is the one turn they get to do their stuff if they have something. I'll leave a land on top so that I can find it with my Thassa trigger. Opponent, if you got the double strike kill. You got the double strike kill. Let's see it. Could have also tapped down the boar, but I wanted to develop my board. Might wind up losing because of it, but...
Oh, I wish you could see your
Well,
face
them
while I'm
ticking
beating
up
you.
Domery makes me think that it's not just... It still might be. But... A Gruul Spellbreaker. My plan is to not block either of these, but I guess it'll depend on what Ilhard puts into play. God Eternal Ronos. It's 24, so I have to block out. Survive at 1. Does this have trample? No. Sure, I'll block out. Survive at 1. Don't think there's a from here. Not just dead. Okay, where do we go from here? I think the first step is give a Problem is there's 2 of these. Yeah, looking to pass. Blink our goose. Other food. When it takes
Have at it, boys.
Got this thing started. What is that trash? Sure. That's good. Oh, I meant that. Yeah, silly now. Okay, fair enough, opponent. You got it. Yeah, just a mana short. We will keep this. Chandra's not as cool as still pretty good. Like your blue-green deck in Chandra's sleeves. It's nice. It's a nice touch. Play my Gilded Goose. Make it free, pass the turn. Plays a land, passes his turn. Play a land, lose some life. Play our Uro, auto pay. Play our Watery Grave. Watery Grave into play tapped. Fabled Passage, crack it. Get black mana. Play Thassa. The opponent have a counter. It's looking like they do. Opponent has a quench, sure. Pass it down. No attacks, pass it down. Cavalier. Down. Gets us a tap land. Mills a couple cards. We have a land on top, which means next turn we can get our agent online. So no attacks, pass the turn. Go to combat. Swinging for 5. See what the opponent does. Opponent gonna take it. That being the case, I think I'm just gonna try to cast Uro from my yard. I got like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Uro. See if Uro gets countered. Opponent has the counter. I cannot pay for it. Cast my druid. Another counter opponent. Borrowers bound Cavalier. Play a tap land. Pass the turn. Put at 4 cards in hand. Gets in for 2, no blocks. Play a tap land. Cast my Cavalier. No, I still have access to 3 mana. It's got that. It has a Frilled Mystic. Sure. Gonna kill their Mystic right now. Mystic down. Cavalier counter. No attacks. Pass the turn.
Witness the ties that bind us all.
They could have another of those.
Be wary of the ground you walk on.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if I get a land, well, I guess even then, no, we're gonna cast it. See what happens. If it resolves, I have access to. It resolves. Take Nissa. Tick up. Untap a swamp.
The land shall conquer you.
Pass. Go to combat. Pass the turn. I guess I can cast this kind of. Yeah, we'll cast out the rider. See the opponent has a response. Opponent has a quench, which we can pay for. Opponent scoops it up. Cool. That should get it to more specifics of the deck tomorrow, but fairly standard mono red deck if you've been playing at all recently. Probably know the entire deck list. Plays a swamp, plays a knight, play a mountain, stomp knight. Down. He plays land. Breeding our giant. Vampire. We'll play land, play our giant. That's the turn. Moves on vampires, maybe? Looks like. Is a Dread Horde invasion. Let's see too much. We'll stomp the vampire. Swinging for 4. Do this before playing our lands, so that if we hit 2 lands off our light of the stage, we can play them both. That's the spectacle. Land and a Steamkin, so we'll play a land. Actually gonna hold off on the second light up. So it makes a 1/1. There's another vampire. Ooh, that's an interesting draw. Oof. Ooh, that's very interesting. I think we're actually gonna go for that. Go to combat. Swinging for 4. No blocks from the opponent. Definitely gonna take the opponent down to 5. Opponent's gonna let me. Opponent loses 10. Down to 5. Another life down to 4. But it does have to do something about this giant. When they do, they cast a spell to deal with it. I think they take damage too. Ooh, nice. Okay. Fair enough. Kaya's ghost form. Aerialist. We'll play our Steamkin. Play our Bone Crusher. Steamkin. Pass the turn. There's a lot of problems on our side of the board. There's another Aerialist. It's in for 2. Good luck. Okay, so we equip Embercleave to our giant. Go to combat, swing through, and that should do it. This opponent has something pretty amazing. Opponent's gonna double block, sure. Cast our Boulder Rush, our giant. Two to us, but doesn't matter. It's way dead. Yep, and that's the power of Embercleave. Very powerful card. Up to silver, and I think that's gonna do it for me. So anyway, thanks for joining me tonight, guys. Ooh, we get another Master Splicer M20. Gonna do it for me tonight, guys. If you're watching me on Twitch, you can check me out on YouTube at Spuzzem TCG. If you're watching me on YouTube, you can check me out on Twitch at Spuzzem TCG, one word. And try to stream usually around let's say 7 p.m. Usually miss it, but anyway, if you're free, just check me out on Twitch. Have a good night, guys. I'm dying.